Hey guys, welcome to the Airgun Exploration and Advancement channel, where we explore and advance all things related to adult airguns. My name's Steve Shalley, your host, and today marks a special one. Our very first review discuss, win. Don't go away. So this is the AirForce Condor SS, courtesy Airgun Depot. And after the review, you're going to want to head over to the Airgun Nation forum and check out their contest on how to win it. The actual gun used in the making of this video. But as you can see, this is a departure from the typical airgun. It is very tactical looking, very simple in its design, and very purpose built. And what I mean by that is this is extraordinarily powerful on the scale of air guns. This is a 2.2, and it generates about 40 foot-pounds of energy on its lowest power setting. And to put that in perspective, a 177 caliber pellet traveling at about 1,000 feet per second generates about 18, 19 foot-pounds. So this is going to be double that. On its highest power setting, it's going to push a 36 grain pellet upwards of 950 to 1,000 feet per second, so it's generating over 70 foot-pounds of energy. Now, if you're new to air gunning, to take small game like rabbit, chipmunk, ground squirrel, squirrel, possum, these kinds of things out to 50 yards or so, you only need between 6 and 10 foot-pounds to do that humanely. So you get the idea that this is probably not the best choice for that. This is going to be for taking larger game. Now, this company, AirForce, if you do want a more traditionally powered air gun, offer those. They sell one called the AirForce Talon SS that is very similar to this one, but it's tuned in such a way to where you'll get more shots and at probably a more reasonable power level. I haven't reviewed that gun, but I'm guessing 30, 35 foot-pounds, something like that, which is more traditional for a pre-charged pneumatic like this one. Now, the AirForce Condor SS does some things very well. For example, this is only an 8.5 pound gun as you see it here. So with the tank full of air, with the scope, with the mounts, it's very compact, it's very lightweight. There's not a lot of fanciful type items on here that you have to worry about getting mucked up in the field. For example, this is all aluminum construction with just some plastic bits here and in the handle and a little bit of foam around the bottle here to give you a comfortable cheek weld. So it's going to be a very good hunter's gun. On that point, on top of the gun there is an 11mm rail that runs the top of the shroud and continues up on top of the receiver, as well as on the bottom. So what that means to you is you can add a bipod on here, flashlight, laser. You can add sling studs to this guy, and it becomes a very versatile hunting platform. It even takes down. It's not a fast takedown gun, but this bottle back here is removable, and the whole thing only becomes about yay long, so you can have extended travel with it. You know, you can hop on an airplane, pack it in your suitcase, and you can travel around wherever, and it becomes a very good hunter for that. Now, all AirForce air guns use a Lothar-Walther barrel, which are known in the industry for being very accurate. The Condor SS is available in 177, 2.2, and 2.5 with varying lengths of barrels. Maybe not in the SS, but the regular Condor that doesn't have the shroud over here. So you have a great deal of adjustability with power and functionality and making that gun the way you want it. But you will notice, like I said, that the barrel is shrouded. So the barrel lives inside here. And what designates the SS is AirForce's sound lock technology. So this is a silenced air gun. Inside the shroud here are baffles and some dividers with some holes in them. So this is an extraordinarily quiet gun that you'll hear later on today in the show. It's available in this color black. It's available in red and black and blue and black, and I believe those are anodized aluminum, and they're absolutely gorgeous guns. So you can customize them a little bit. Speaking of customizing, the large 11mm rail on top here, Air Force sells little risers for them so you can get the scope at the level you want to, and they sell their own rings and their own scopes and the whole kit and caboodle, so you want to head over to their website and check them out. They're quite an organization. But I'm going to turn the gun around, and if you look on this side, I had mentioned the adjustable power. This is the adjustable power wheel, so you can control power. The more I load this spring here, the harder that hammer is going to hit the valve, and the more air this tank is going to release, so it's going to generate more power but get less shots. Now, the Condor, which is their flagship power model in 177 through 25, is going to come shooting pretty darn hot. In other words, it's shooting an 18 grain pellet at around probably over 1,000 feet per second on a full charge on the bottle. And that's fast. So what I have found that I like to do with the gun is charge it up to 2,500 PSI or so, and that brings the 18 grain pellets down into that 900, 950 range, so they become very accurate. However, if you want to shoot a very large pellet or even slugs, one of the really cool things about the Air Forces is all this room you have in here to be able to load those larger rounds in here. So for example, I can shoot a 36 grain pellet at about 900, 950 feet per second and generate almost 70 foot-pounds, and it fits in here no problem. And I know there are guys and gals out there that like to shoot slugs out of these guns as well. So this single load design here, there's no magazine with this gun. It's not a repeater. It is cock, load, shoot, cock, load, shoot. Enables the end user to shoot some really heavy rounds and generate some huge power. So like I said, this is very much designed as a hunter. So with that, let's get into the review and take a much closer look at what this gun is all about. So like I said, guys, this gun is all about power, even at the sacrifice of a little accuracy. From what I can tell and how they've tuned it, they're not real concerned with headshots on squirrel, but more so chest shots on larger game like fox and coyote. I put all the major brands of pellet weighing more than 18 grains through the SS, and found the H&N Barracuda Match 5.51 head size to be the best all-around choice. But as with all Diabolo-shaped pellets, your very best accuracy and consistency will probably be found at less than 920 feet per second. Watch this 10-shot group shrink as we fall below that magic number. If you find that the Condor's safety won't disengage, it's because you haven't cocked it all the way. Here's what the 18 grain looks like shooting the curve from 3000 PSI all the way down to 1500. Even with the power wheel at its lowest, I'm still averaging over 1,000 feet per second and over 40 foot-pounds of energy. And in an attempt to maximize accuracy in the 10-shot group you just saw, I shot through this area here. Moving to a heavier round like the Barracuda shortens the curve as well as flattens it, and it was my observation that heavier pellets seem to consume more air in this system. As with the 18 grain, power was set to the lowest possible value and still managed to average over 45 foot-pounds of energy. The trigger is dual stage, fully adjustable, and takes advantage of an automatic safety. The safety can be flicked off and back on with relative ease. First stage take-up is a little bit firm and a little noisy, but the second stage brake is clean and crisp. £2, 13 ounces. AirForce's sound lock system works very well. Moving 18 grain pellets at over 1,000 feet per second is just barely louder than ambient. With the power wheel cranked to 10, you'll hear a huge volume of air whooshing over the microphone at over 10 feet away. Even then, sound lock technology keeps that muzzle blast locked up nice and tight. Refilling the Condor's 4,900 cubic centimeter aluminum tank is pretty easy. Just flip off the dust cover, take your female quick connect Foster fitting, connect it to the gun's male, snap it in place, make sure that it's secure, and charge. You can refill the Condor SS to a maximum of 3,000 psi, and that'll give you the very best power. Once you're there, close your yoke, bleed the system, disconnect, and recover. You're all done. And this is what that very best power looks like at 25 yards. Full disclosure, guys, I've got the power wheel set to 10, which is probably wasting a lot of air and causing each shot to lose considerable velocity over the one just prior. With a setting of 5 or 6, you'll likely accomplish the same velocity with a much flatter shot curve. This next group was pretty interesting. It actually put 7 out of 10 shots through the exact same hole. And our final group of the day. So that's it for the AirForce Condor SS, guys. If you're looking for a rifle that is a good balance between extraordinary power and good accuracy out to about 50 yards, this could be the right gun for you. I gotta tell you, I actually own one of the original Condors that's not shrouded, and through aftermarket sourcing, I've detuned mine to shoot about 775 to 825 feet per second in 2.2, and I can tell you that gun is absolutely pellet on pellet out to about 50 yards. So if that's your bag, there are outlets available to you. But if you just want simple, tough, rugged, accurate on larger game out to about 50 with a decent shot count, this is probably the hot ticket, especially if you need somewhere between 40 and 70 foot-pounds of energy, which this rifle very easily generates. With that, guys, please don't forget, this show wouldn't have been possible without the support of Airgun Depot, JSB, Predator International, H&N Pellets, and Splatterburst Targets. And you guys know the best way to thank them. As for me, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, and check us out on Facebook. And after this, please make your way over to Airgun Nation and check out the contest they're having on how you could win this AirForce Condor SS. Thanks for watching. I'm Steve Shalley, and we'll see you again soon.